What is this called right here?
Function.
Oh, I said that.
A function.
Of an absolute value.
Value function.
Evaluating an absolute value.
This is my function definition.
Oh, okay.
We have to define a function before you can evaluate it. So I got to say, here it is.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask you to plug stuff in. So we can do like an XY table. But we're going to plug in, we'll plug in these things. So I'm going to plug in f at -2. It's going to be 3 times the absolute value of -2 minus 1. So this absolute value, you're going to treat it like parentheses. Right? Remember PEMDAS? Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, all that stuff. So this acts like a parenthesizer. And just treat it the same way. So that means we should do what it says first. So I'm going to leave the 3 multiplied by, and I'm going to change it into actual parentheses because we're evaluating the absolute value. We're going to do what it says to do. What's the absolute value of -2?
Two.
It's 2. So now I can just make it regular parentheses. Because this just means 3 times 2. And then 3 times 2 is 6 minus 1 is 5. So f of -2 is 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah? Okay, so let's try.
Sorry.
How we doing?
We're doing juice.
Yes. Okay. Do it. Do it.
Okay, let's recycle.
Reduce, recycle.
That's right. We're going to plug in the function, this function evaluated at -1. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by what?
1.
1 veldez. So 3 minus 1?
2.
Dos. Yeah? And then we're going to evaluate the function at 0. What's the absolute? Oh, dang. What's the absolute value of 0?
0.
0. 0 minus 1.
-1.
Am I going too fast?
It's going to be 2 next, again, and then it's going to be 4. 2 and 4.
I'm going to plug in a 1.
A 1.
So absolute value of 1 is 1. 3 minus 1. Yeah? And let's evaluate it at 2. The absolute value of 2 is 2. 6 minus 1.
6 minus 1.
5.
Ah.
Beautiful.
So you see how when negatives turn positive, we get this reflecting thing where this ricochets.
Yeah.
It like bounces off the -1 and goes back up. So when we graph it,
It's going to be a quadrant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, comma -1. -1, comma 2. -2, comma 5. And 1, comma 2, 2, comma 5.
So what is that called?
Absolute value function. It looks like a V. The absolute value function will always look like some kind of V. It might be shifted or taller or squashed or flip upside down. But that. And now, I want to make a scarier function. Give you nightmares. G of x is negative absolute value of 2 minus x minus 1.
That is true. Or are you gonna plug in the same numbers?
Yeah, we might as well have a little fun.
So wouldn't it just be 2 plus whatever number it is? Oh wait, when you're plugging it in the first place, if it's negative, it's gonna become a positive.
I don't know.
Unless I'm wrong, which I'm probably.
So here's the deal. This absolute value, the absolute value does not make this 2 plus x. So don't try it. Leave it. Leave it. Stays like this. But you plug in numbers and then you evaluate it. Well, let's see. So g of negative 2. So negative absolute value of 2 minus. I'm gonna plug in.
Oh wait, no, negative 2 is plus.
Oh, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Sure ain't.
I sure is.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna plug in x is negative 2. So right where my x is, I'm going to use parentheses because of the negative 2 makes me nervous. And then, so I just rewrote the exact same thing, but I substituted x as negative 2.
This would be absolute value.
We good? We good? I'm good. How about you? I'm really good.
I'm bacon.
I'm really good.
Bacon?
So, now remember, we do the stuff that's inside of here first. So let's just leave this negative sign here. I know when people see absolute value signs, they're like, everything's positive now. Wrong. Yeah, you need to relax. I need you to just go ahead and calm down.
Sir.
And
sir.
we're going to PEMDAS. So, actually, let's leave these two. First, let's just do what this wants us to do. So what do we do with this? What's 2 minus negative 2? 4. It's just 4. Minus 1. And then we could say, what's the absolute value of 4?
4. Negative 4.
Negative 4.
No.
No, the absolute value of 4 is 4. But then, who's lurking? This negative sign. Yeah? So we have, if this is 4, then this is still a negative. Gotcha. And then there's this minus 1. So negative 4 minus 1 is 5.
Positive 5. Stop! You're polluting today's youth.
I ruined kids' lives for years.
I believe that, actually. For some reason. Okay. Are we okay? Can I erase and do it again?
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Well, we're going to do it again, and then again, and again. And then you're going to get used to it.
And again, and again, and again, and again.
And then, and then.
Are we going to do it again?
So negative absolute value of 2 minus what?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So negative absolute value of, what's 2 minus negative 1?
Negative 3. 3. Lurking negative is a negative 3.
So this is negative 3 minus 3.
Negative 3 minus 3.
I'm sorry, negative 3 minus 1.
Yeah. Negative 4.
Negative 4. Yeah? Smell what I'm cooking?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do this. We're going to plug in a 0. So negative, this is 2 minus 0. So what's that going to evaluate to?
Positive 3.
You stop your mouth from saying those things. Negative 3.
I surmise that the next one's going to be positive 4.
Is it?
Yeah. That's pretty good. Wait, what?
1 is going to be negative.
But I've been jumping back.
Or is it just my
So we're going to plug in a 1.
I think it'd be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So negative 2, what's 2 minus 1?
Whoa.
Negative 1.
I stand corrected.
First time for everything, alright?
Oh, come on, you're so smart.
And then we're going to plug in a 2.
Minus 2 is 0, minus 0. Negative 1.
Negative, what's 2 minus 2?
0.
Negative 0. Minus 1.
Negative 1.
But a negative puts a negative equals
Positive 0.
So what's going on here?
Minus the 1, minus the negative sign away with the negative 4.
It's gonna look real cute.
Oh, well, thank you. So negative 2 comma negative 5. And then negative 4. And then negative 3. And then negative 2.
Yeah.
And then negative 1.
No.
That looks super linear. Where's the V?
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's a little
It
boy.
ran away.
Did I mess up? I messed up. I messed up.
Wait, what happened? It looks good.
No, it didn't get to 0. This is
It was for telling the future.
2 negative 1.
Well, then the next
Is this thing gonna do a V or what? Is there a V? Can I get a V?
Yeah.
Can I get the V?
Do I gotta buy a vowel or what? What's going on?
Oh my
So, any ideas?
Just keep going.
Is it gonna, yeah, keep going?
Let it bounce up to 0. And then.
Let's plug in 3 and see what's really good.
That one's gonna get you 0. You gotta plug in the 3 and the 4 so you can get past 0.
Hang on, let's plug in a 3.
Oh my god.
Plug in the
Are we
3
going to
man. Just let it happen, man.
So, what's 2 minus 3? I said what's 2 minus 3?
Negative 1, man.
What's the absolute value of negative 1?
1.
1. So this is 1,
0.
but we have a negative 1.
That's still negative 1.
Negative 1 minus 1. Negative 2. There's the bounce. There's the bounce. And it's gonna bounce, so.
Tell me what you want. That's the reason